Well, Gary, you've carried on the form into the new year. Another impressive win here.
Yeah, very good. I thought we were excellent today. Probably apart from about 10-15 minutes before half time. Started very well, which always helps when you get that early start and that early goal, which we have done 2 or 3 times now at home. It's a massive thing for us. And I thought some of our attacking play was excellent in the opening 30 minutes, and to go 2-0 up was really pleasing. We looked quite comfortable at that point. Maybe could have added 1 or 2 goals to that. I felt the goal we conceded was a poor goal, something we'd looked at in the week, not making straight passes, trying to exploit a bit more space down the sides rather than play in front of Wigan. What they have got is they've got some players of very good individual skill, and then for McLean to get on the ball, should have showed him onto his right foot, his favoured left foot cuts inside, and to be fair, he scores an absolutely wonderful goal of individual brilliance that you can't do an awful lot about apart from stopping the first 2 bits, getting to him. So it was important then we reacted in the right way, and I felt that was going to be a big moment, but we probably looked a little nervy for about 10-15 minutes. Important we got into half time without conceding another, and then we came out, to be fair, second half and looked a little bit more control about us, and then to get the third one really killed it off.
Well, the scoreline at the break was probably a bit flattering to Wigan, because after the start you'd made, you looked like you were probably going to run away with it, and probably should have been.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I felt we had about 2 or 3 good counters where we got into positions and just our finish or our decision. I think Damari had one where he's towed it at the lad, the keeper. I felt we had 1 or 2 other ones where we should have done much better. And at that point you wonder at 2-1, are we wasting opportunities to see the game out? But what this team's got, he's got bags of character. They could have come out nervy second half, which you would have accepted them to do in front of a very good crowd. But we didn't. We came out second half and played with a lot more control. As soon as we got the third goal, I felt as though you could see it just dispirited them a little bit, and I felt the game was ours.
It was that third goal that seemed to change the game and almost seal the points, because you had to do a bit of defending from the break up into that point.
Yeah, but that's the way we play. You look at Forest last week, we had to do a bit of defending. You look at Reading, we had to do a bit of defending. That's part of our game plan, and that's part of the way we play. So, sometimes you have to sort of accept that, really. Maybe had to defend a little bit too near to the edge of our box, whereas perhaps we don't mind defending around the halfway line. So there's always 1 or 2 bits that we feel we can do better, and when we don't play as well, that's when we drop off and invite a bit too much pressure. But the third goal really sealed it, and I felt Clayton's overall performance probably, did more than deserved his 3 goals today, because I thought he was outstanding.
You've got to hint Donaldson outstanding today. That's 5 goals in his last 2 games in a bit of a purple patch.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but he deserves it for his work rate. He works so hard for the team, shows so much strength and guile when he plays that lone striker role, which is not easy. Started off the first half against 3 centre-backs, so he's up against it, but he still wins more than his fair share of battles, and I thought he took his goals really well. His first one particularly, it was a wonderful ball in from Cots. We worked on that a little bit where we felt there was space around the back of their 3 defenders on the back post, and he's finished it off brilliantly, and then the next 2 really are poachers' goals. Shins does great for the first one with brilliant feet, unlucky not to score. Dimmy does great with a little bit of bravery in the box, shows a different side to his game. But I'm sure 1 or 2 of the, or maybe 10 or 12 of the watching scouts from all the biggest teams in Europe are watching him. But listen, fantastic, and he scores the third and rightly gets his hat-trick. So we might have to watch, actually, because there's probably most of those scouts going away saying what a great player Donaldson is as well.
Next up is Leeds, another difficult place to go.
Yeah, it's a difficult place to go, but again, listen, we're in very good form at the moment. We'll work on what we need to do against Leeds, but it's nice to go into some of these games with the points that we've got, with the form that we've got, and we're feeling really good about ourselves at the moment.